Hello and welcome back to Mr. Red Plays Factorio Space Age. The video you are about to watch is going to be the most chill and relaxed video you've ever seen in your life. I'm actually going to try something a little weird today. I don't know if I'm going to like it or how it's going to work, but I want to do this as though it were a live stream. I'm just going to do this once and see how it goes, just to see how it feels. I'm not going to do any editing to this video, okay? This is going to be one long, continuous video. So there might be a little bit more of a slower pace to it. Like, I'm not going to cut out any silences or anything. We're just going to see how it goes. I'm going to try not to just, like, sit here and just, like, glare at the screen weirdly. But I do have a lot of stuff to talk about today, so we're going to get to it. Now, this game is Factorio. I like to play this game between episodes. I call them betwixt episodes, and I can't edit out any mistakes because I'm not editing this. But and that's staying in too. Between episodes, betwixt episodes, as I call it, I like to do stuff. Now, I've done a lot of things. I will show you guys them. But this episode, just like the last one that I did 2 days ago's episode, if I was able to get it out in time, I hope I was. I'm slowing things down a little bit. I want to get more caught up with where the videos are recorded to when they come out. Right now, things are kind of backed up, and I'm getting way behind in comments. So I'm doing this. I'm doing one episode today. I did one episode last week. By the time next week comes, I should be able to record normally, and the episodes will be closer to coming out. So that's why I'm doing this. Now, let's talk about the things that we need to talk about. Betwixt 1. I don't actually remember what these are, so let's take a look. I added a lot of malls and stuff, so maybe that's part of it. Here's a centrifuge. I think in the last episode I had designed a centrifuge area, and it was all ghost stuff. And now I'm trying to remember what is the difference between what was and what is. Like, I did I have this in the last one? I don't think so. I think that's why it's here. Well, I have a mall here now for the centrifuges, and I have it set to, I said 50. That seems a little high. I don't think I need 50, but they're already made. So I also I added drills to these, mining drills. And I did a few more things. This might not be in order. See, this is betwixt 4, but I also added, I was just trying to think of, basically I went through the list of things that you can build, and I was like, what is everything that I could possibly make a mall for that could be helpful? So, for example, well, I already did solar panels, but like steam engines and boilers. I don't necessarily need a ton of those. I could hypothetically just craft them as needed, but it's probably a good idea to have them all for them just with a really low thing. So I did say 50 for those. Again, it could be slightly smaller, but I can get rid of betwixt 1 and I guess 4 now. Substations, I have one built there. Accumulators, I have one for those. Let's see. I also have one here for, this is oil refineries and pump jacks, and that is a electric furnace. Yep. And then coming down into it, also chemical plants. So that's there. So 6 I don't need. These aren't in order because I would like make, I did the first one over here, and then I did something else, which is 2, which we'll talk about in a second. And then I did 3, and then I did 4, which is this, and then stuff. So those are there. Now, at this point, I was running out of space, and I was like, I can't go any further because there's this big cliff here. So I kind of stopped. I could have done a couple more malls. I thought of a few more things I could do. And I guess I could have worked down here, too. I don't have to expand that way. And now that I'm thinking about it, that would have been a great thing to have thought about so that I don't have to go so far for all of my various mallages. Like right here, I have all of this ammo. And it would have been very cool to have that ammo be way closer to the main part of my base, because whenever I'm out here and I need ammo, I have to go all the way here to get it, and it's a lot. But that's fine. Okay, so what's betwixt 2? I think this is just, is this up here? This is up here? Where is this? This is Iron Hill. I think this is Iron Hill. Or was Iron Hill only in the first run through of the game? It might have been only the first run through of the game. Is this Iron Hill? What's this called? Let me click on this. Iron drilling. I guess I don't have these named. Okay. All right. Well, so I added a lot of this design to everything. I added a lot of this design to everything. I have it. I think I talked about this in the last episode. So I have, if I didn't, here it is. I have a gun turret that's being supplied by a box full of ammo, and then it is pulling 5 on each side, to the left and to the right, with ammo, which is great. And then I have, wherever there is a pole, I have a laser turret to account for it. And I did that in a lot of places around my base. I kept getting attacked. I'll show you guys up here. I was attacked a couple of times. And so I had to add defenses here. I didn't do it here. I figured I might be okay. But I had to rearrange some stuff to do it. Like I had to move the stone bricks down. Nope, that's concrete. Move it down to do that. Now, I'll show you guys. I'll do a little bit of editing in this video. It's not that it's going to be completely edit-free. But the thing I wanted to show you is that I was running out of, and this might be one of the other Betwixt, I can get rid of this one now. I was running out of construction robots. I actually was down to the point where I had no construction robots, and when I looked in my network, I had 0 construction robots down there. Now you see it's a lot higher now. I'll tell you about that in a minute. The reason I was having no construction robots is because they all kept getting killed. Not because they were trying to fix stuff that was getting damaged, although I'm sure that didn't help, but because about right here, I want to say, yeah, you can see it. A nest appeared. Like the biters came in, they spawned a nest. Kind of like in Civilization, how you can have a settler kind of venture out and then start a new city. That happened right here. And so this was right in the way of a bunch of robots going up and down, and then they would just get shot down en route. And I lost all of my robots to this nest right here. So I had to come and clear that out. But then I was out of robots, so I had to make more. I'm gonna cut this part out. Right here. Okay, I just had to do a little cut just to find it. Right here, I added this. It's not super clean, but it works. So it's got construction robots being added here. I think I have a connect, disassemble, disconnect. Okay, 300. I don't know if this works the way I want it to. I have it logistic connected for construction robot less than 300 make. Otherwise, no. And I have 299 now. So once this is done, and this puts in, we'll know. So we can check on that in a minute. So that's 5, so I can get rid of that. Okay, so the other thing, we'll do 7 before we do 3, because 3 is pretty big. The centrifuges. Remember when I was talking about the centrifuges? Well, look, boys. I got them all built. And then I did a little bit of redesigning, because I had previously had, I think, 5 centrifuges with the Covarex. And that seemed like overkill to me, especially since what was happening was, because you need 40 235s in order to get Covarex running and to start making more 235s. And I had like a couple in the first one and a couple in the last one and like none in the 3 in the middle. And so I wasn't getting any 235s. The Covarex wasn't working because of all that. So I ended up redesigning it. I got rid of all but one, so that only one could work. But then I realized I had more than 40. I had like more than 80. So I put a second one down. And so now they should be working. I also found out that because, and we all know this, because of the way the splitters work, they were holding on to like one 235, like right here. So I had to add this transport belt to feed back into it. So any 235s that were being held by the splitter would get put in there. So I did that here and here. And so that's happening. So now I have these constantly working and making me slightly more, you know what I'm trying to say, of the 235. Although I'm not sure why this isn't full, because I'm pretty sure it should be. It feeds back into itself. And I think that's it for now. All of the 235 goes down to this and continues to do that. I stopped it from going here because this was where I had more stuff happening. But this is full, and, well, it's getting full. I did figure out a thing. So I have this train, uranium station. I made a uranium station. I guess I'll show you this. I cleared out a lot of... No, I didn't. I don't think I cleared out a lot of biters. I might not have cleared it. I might have cleared out some biters. I don't know. But I added a train station down here for the uranium unloading because uranium-238 is useful for things that I like, such as ammo and stuff. If I click in here and do that, you'll see. So this does require the 235. That's obviously the 235. The uranium rounds magazine does not require 235s. So I thought to myself, it would be cool if I had uranium rounds magazines being made. But I don't really know how to do that easily. I need to get 235s to 238s rather to the place where my piercing rounds magazines are being made. So I could have them route all the way over here, but that kind of implies it would be like added to the main bus, which feels weird, but maybe not. I don't know. I had to do a lot of shenanigans to make all this work, by the way. I have green chips and engine units being added here so that they can be added to that, so that they can be put up here to there. So you should be done, by the way. That says 307. And that still seems to be still running. It doesn't say disabled by control behavior. So once this is done, that'll make another one. So I don't really know how to make that part of it work. So I thought it was this, but maybe it's not. Circuit network? What if I add a green to this? I'm pressing the wrong button. I wanted to press Q. And I say to do this, well, maybe this one instead. And I say 300. It says item ingredient shortage. Once that's done, I'll know. Read contents, read ingredients, read recipe finished, read working. Outputs to the signal if the machine is working. Okay, so that's not it. I don't really know how to make this not happen. I guess I could do this, and then it would do it. Maybe, hold on. If that were... There's a way of doing this, isn't there? Oh, there's a green thing there, so that's why it's doing that. Okay, take that away. There's a way of making this work. There we go. So take that away. So now that'll just not work anymore, but if I turn this off, it will. I just don't want it to completely max out all of my roboports with construction robots because I need logistics too. I also did not do a thing for logistics like I could have done and maybe should have done. But logistics just aren't as necessary as anything else. Things are being damaged. But with my design for the laser stuff, by the way, I've been fine. I keep getting a little notification that things are getting destroy damaged, but it's okay. I don't need to worry about it too much. So I'm not going to do this right now. I will come out and do that later, figure out the logistics. But more stuff to show you. So I was working over here, I think... All right, so my train situation, there's so much I need to describe that I don't think I put all of it in here. This train's not fully optimized. It's not loading up as much as it could because this thing has item ingredient shortage of sulfur. The sulfur isn't great. I had to add more sulfur stuff over here, but petroleum gas item ingredient shortage. It's not doing it enough. So... Why I was looking at this, I think I added some more sulfur makers here, but then because I thought it just wasn't making sulfur fast enough, and maybe it's still true, I'm not getting enough petroleum gas. Why? Why am I not getting enough petroleum gas? This is like empty. It's all empty. Why? Is it just that everything's so backed up? Like output full up here. Yeah. Output full up here of the light oil. The light oil. So the light oil goes across over to here. This cracks to heavy oil. Right. I think what I found was like, so I'm getting a lot of heavy light oil. I need it cracked to whatever is less. Right here. This is what it was. This is what it was. I'll tell you what it was. I keep going silent as though I'm going to edit things out, but I'm not. So this is working as optimally as it could. I need more light oil crackers is what I need. But where to put them? Because some idiot, whose name I won't mention, me, put a bunch of stuff down here. Now, the conversation could be had that we need to move this rocket somewhere else. But I don't know where to put it. And also, it's got 2 full rockets in it. And also, one thing I would like to do in this episode is work on getting myself to another planet. Because we need to do research over here. And some of that research means we need to go to another planet and get another planet science pack. Tell you where we're not going, Gleba. And so we need to work on our other science station and build it up. But we'll do that later because I still have a couple more things I need to show you. If we look in the blueprints situation, you'll see I made a book. I made myself a book, boys, called Defensive Walls. And if you look in that book, you'll see defensive wall 1x1, 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, 5x5. Now, the 5x5 wall is the one that I've been working on and showing you guys, but there are a lot of instances where I need to kind of like nuzzle in a little closer, and I don't have room for this giant thing. So I made slightly smaller ones, where it's essentially the exact same design, just smaller. So here you can see I have like one turret feeding one on each side. So that's why it's called 1x1. It's not really dimensions, it's width-wise. And then 2 on each side, 3 on each side, 4 on each side, 5 on each side. You understand. I'm going to take a drink of coffee, and this is not getting edited out. So, you get to enjoy that. Let's see. I did just get a Reddit notification, and I need to check that. No, it's nothing. Yeah, it's nothing that I wanted to see. I've mentioned before, but there's a certain obituary I'm waiting on, and it's gonna be a mighty fine day when that happens. Also, down here you'll see something called solar tile. If you look at this blueprint, I want you to look at this blueprint. I'm going to open it up. So this comes from, I added this part of the description here. This comes from Zaflis on Reddit. I did a search for solar panel accumulator blueprint, and this is what I found. Because I wanted solar power. I wanted a lot of solar power. And so I got it. I found this. I saved this blueprint. Then, do you know what I did? I'll tell you what I did. I went down here. I got in my little car. I ignored all the monsters. I drove down here. This is my copper mine, and that's fine. It's allowed to be here. And then I kept driving south. I kept going down just to a big, empty area that I didn't have anything going on in it. And I built 4 of these things. I built 4 of them. And then I added a bunch of lasers and stuff to defend it, even though I don't think any of this stuff is gonna get attacked. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I feel like all of this stuff doesn't pollute, and so why would they bother? I don't think they would bother. Just gonna make sure all my stuff is still recording. It is. Okay, good. And so maybe it's overkill, but I did it, and this took a long time. I had to build it all. I just had to build it all. So I took my accumulator and solar panel thing, and I fixed it. I put it back, but I had changed it to like 800 of each of these, and it just made a bunch of them, and then I grabbed them and took them down there. And it was really annoying to build because you can't get... My range for my personal RoboPort is not big enough to get into all this. So when these... And you can't get through these lanes. So when these solar panels were built, I couldn't get around to get in there. There are RoboPorts here, but for some reason, they're not connected to each other. It's possible that when I was doing my building of everything... Let's see, how can I do this? I think what I was supposed to do is build it one closer. You know what? That might be on me, actually. Okay, that's on me. Because what I had to do was clear out a row of solar panels, put a storage chest down, and then put all of my personal robots into the RoboPort, put the solar panels and stuff in the storage chest, let them build everything there, then take everything away, then move to the next one and do the same thing for like all 4 of these for it to build because it just wasn't it wasn't connected. I guess that's my fault. I didn't realize I should have built it one closer. I'm going to assume this is fine because I'm assuming it's fine. But that's everything I did. I think that's Betwixt 3. I think that's everything I did. I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know. So, there are a couple things I want to do in this episode. I'm not... I'll tell you what I'm not going to do, is I'm not going to worry about this right now. Because I need this rocket silo to be here for one of the two things I want to do in this episode. The other thing I wanted to do in this episode is go through comments, which is going to be a little weird with my not editing things policy, but we'll see. One thing, when I say no editing, I guess what I mean is very, very little editing, because there are going to be times where I just go completely silent. I don't want to leave those in, but I want to do as little editing as I can. One thing that by the way, I remembered this. I was at work. Let me paint you a picture. I was at work. I was sitting at my desk. I was working. Actually, I got up and I was going to the bathroom. I was walking down the hall at work. Imagine me walking down the hall at work when all of a sudden, in my brain, a memory appeared. It befell me inside of my brain. And it was a comment that I got on a way earlier video. In fact, I'm looking at it right now. It is the first video of Factorio I did. Not Space Age. It is not the first Space Age video. The first Factorio video I did over a year ago. I made a comment in that video where I was like chopping down trees to get wood, and I made a comment about wanting to see if I needed to leave the trees behind, because I said that it's possible. I think my exact words were, because it's quoted in the comment, I'm imagining a world in which you can get other resources from these trees, but I don't know that world. And I got a comment from Angel Dude 101 who said that world exists, and trust me, you don't want to know that world. And I'm pretty sure Angel Dude was referring to Gleba, because that is something that we did in Gleba and had a hard time with. And so when I remembered that, I was sitting at work, I was like, whoa, I just remembered that comment. I got to look it up to see if there's any more information. There isn't really. That's all they say. But I'm pretty sure they're talking about Gleba, which is wild if true. I also don't know why there's a single pipe going down here. That's not necessary. I think it's because I was thinking about expandability at some point. Should have kept thinking about it because I need to. But that's very funny that is a thing that happened. Okay, so now that that's done, there are a couple things that we could do. I do want to go through comments, but I also want to do this. And it seems like those two things are diametrically opposed to each other. I don't think I need this here right now. Let's say paused thrust. I don't want it going anywhere, even though it doesn't have stuff. Okay, so, but I do know that at some point somebody did leave a comment with a blueprint in it for the space station. Here we go, I found it. Okay, this is from the Ender 664, and I think this was when I was trying to figure out getting to Gleba, and I was having a real hard time figuring out my space station, and the Ender 664 gave me this, which I am going to take a look at. I might not necessarily do this, like use this, but I want to look at it and just see. Okay, it was successfully imported. Now it says the word basic. Okay. I'm assuming because maybe it's a space station one. Whoa, look at it. Okay, maybe I have to be up there. Let's go to saving red. Now let's go to B. I don't know how this is supposed to work. Maybe it has to be in the blueprint book. Okay, so we'll go B, then we'll put this here, then we'll go to saving red, then we'll press B again, then we'll click this. There it is. Okay, and you can't really move around, but if I click that, maybe some of that's... No, it won't. It won't start building because I don't have any space platform foundations. All right, so let's take a look at what we got here. We have some turrets. Makes sense. Lots of turrets. Makes a lots of sense. Yep, we have some asteroid collectors. They are not filtered, it would appear, unless they need to exist to see filters. No, because you can do stuff, you can see stuff. All right, so this... Whoa, hey, there we go. Whoa, look at this. It's moving around all on its own. Cool. And so it's going to pull the ammo down. When I say ammo, I'm at asteroids. It's going to dispense them as needed. And then it's taking those back, but not these, interestingly enough. Okay, and then it gets all put onto there. Here's some electric furnaces with some green modules in, which are efficiency module 2s, it would appear. And that's cool. We also have a storage tank. Oh, for fluid and stuff. Nice. Very nice. All right. So we've got this stuff, which is the... either oxidizer or fuel. And then this stuff, which is the other thing. More storage things. This. Okay. Oh, accumulator. All right. because we got solar panels. Okay. Does it get to be nighttime ever up here though? Is that a thing? Why would you want accumulators up here? I would assume the sun is just always out because it's space, but I don't know. It's very interesting though. Okay, and then it's got 2 of these making the white science. Very interesting. Okay, cool. All right, well, this is neat. I like this. I like having this. It'll be cool to have it, and if I need to use that, I will. I think what I'll do in this episode is look at this, is work on this, and then maybe in the next one I'll start going through comments, because I feel like comments want to be a little more on the edity side than what we're doing here today. All right, but one thing I do need up here is I need repair packs, because this stuff is damaged. The question though is it going to automatically repair itself, or is it going, or do I need robots up here too? And if I have robots up here, how does that work? I don't think I need to save the game because I don't think anything has happened in the game, but I'm going to save the game. All right, great. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to have some construction robots requested to come over here because I don't want to go get them. How many? 50? Sure. All right, so I'm going to put some repair packs in here, and then I'm just going to send that up. I'm just going to send... I saved the game. I'm going to deliver cargo to Saving Red. I just want to see if it will... I'm actually going to stop. I'm going to load the game again because I just thought of something. One thing I'm going to do is re-request this one. Do I have any space foundations on hand? If I look for foundation... No, I don't. Okay, I'll put some in here. Foundations. That's not it. That's not it. This is it. 100. I don't need 100, but sure, bring me 100. I don't care. Okay, so let's put the 10 in there again, and then let's save the game again. We want those foundations. I want to send some up because I'm thinking if it's like here on Novice, I almost said Earth, then it's not going to fix that stuff unless it decides to. And when I say unless it decides to, what I mean is it's built. You know what I mean? Like if I had something damaged in my inventory, it would not get repaired, but if it were built, it would. But nothing will get built up there because there's no foundations. But now there are. Okay? So now let's save the game again. We'll save that game. Great. And now I think I should be... Yep, okay. So I could put boys in there if I need to. So let's deliver cargo, Saving Red. I saved the game, so now we just have to wait for this rocket to launch, which I will edit out because we don't need to be wasting our time with all that. Okay, here it comes. See what happens. I'm hoping it'll just repair itself. Oh, nothing's going to get built because why would it? I don't have anything, happening. So we'll put this here. All right, now what? I guess we'll put... you can't click on stuff. You got to do that. So if I put that down... Okay, it does not seem like it's... Oh, wait. It is. It is repairing itself. Oh, it is repairing itself. Okay, so it does self-repair. All right, then I don't need any robots. Okay, great. I don't need any robots. All right, that's awesome. But would they be faster if I had robots up there? I'm just curious what happens if I have robots up there. All right, here's what I'll do. I'm not going to load the game again. I'm going to send all my boys... I'm going to send all my boys up there. I just want to see what'll happen. I can send the boys back down, and I'm making more rockets, so I'm not worried about losing anything, so I don't need to, undo any of this. But this stuff is going. Repair packs, are going, so I should probably send more repair packs, too. Because I got a lot of stuff needs to be built. Okay, well, that's all fine. That is all just fine. All right, so what else needs to be repaired? It looks like 3 solar panels. Oh, boy. And I got to build them up. So those will get repaired slowly, and I'll run out of repair packs. I just wonder if the boys will do anything. Will they go and do it? They don't seem to be doing anything. Boys, you slacking off, boys. You slacking off. And I'm out. I am out. Okay. Boys, tell you what. Back down to earth with you. Come back to me, boys. Now I need to send more repair packs. I should request more repair packs, personally, because, Yeah, I just should. Let's see. Well, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change this to 100. Set it up there. What is the rocket capacity? It should say 100. 100 by itself or 100 stacks? Because there's no way it's 100 stacks. If I put 1 in, it's 10. If I put 10 in, it's 100. So 100 would be 1,000. I guess that's it. Yeah, okay. So 100 could go up there. That doesn't seem like a lot now, does it? Well, it'll bring me those. Meanwhile, I can go up and build everything. It's not doing it, is it? No, it's preparing rocket for launch. Is it doing it? No. Preparing for launch is not the same as launching rocket. Okay, we're fine. All right, I'm going up to saving red. I'm going to build everything that needs repairing. So I need an electric furnace here. I need 2 asteroid collectors. It shifted. Asteroid collectors here and here. And I guess I didn't do it right. So there to fill that in. And then what else? Those 2. I think that's it. I think that might be it. Okay, so that's it. All right, so I do need more foundation up there. All right, so I need more foundation. How much foundation? It'll tell me. If I go up to saving red, look, that's not quite right. Remove that. Add section. It's not going to show me? It's not going to show me what it needs? Maybe it doesn't need anything. Maybe it doesn't need anything. Maybe it doesn't need anything. But then why wouldn't it build it? I'm so confused. Build it then. If I get rid of that, get rid of this stuff. Yeah, okay, I'll get rid of this stuff. It'll build 1. Okay. So that should do it. Nope. All right, well then go in 1 close. Get rid of all of it. Oh my god, this game. Boys, this game. You don't even know. You don't even know this game. You think you know this game? You don't know. It's all a lie. This game is all just one big lie. You tell yourself that you know what the game has in store for you, but really, why is it not just showing me? I don't understand why it's not just showing me. It used to. It used to. Oh. Okay. There we go. That's it. Okay, so I need 6 of those and 3 of those. That's handy that it shows me that. I guess based on the durability and the health of everything. Okay, so I need to send 3. 1, 2, 3. I guess those are there now for some reason. And 6 of those. But I'm just going to fill it out because it all needs to go up there anyway. And I'm going to do 40 of those and then send the rest of those because why not, right? Okay, we'll go to saving red. We'll wait. I wonder if it would or wouldn't be a smart idea to have the foundations that are being built right here instead route over to a box here instead, because every time I need a foundation, it's going to be to go onto a rocket silo to go up or to build a foundation starter pack, which would also be rocket silo to go up. So it seems like they're all needed here. That would probably be a good idea, but I don't know how to make that happen efficiently. We'll just wait. Hey, it's grabbing asteroids. Okay. Where are those asteroids going to go when I take these collectors away? That's what I'd like to know. Hope I didn't send it to the wrong space platform. Doesn't seem like I did. I've got a lot of white science here. I guess it's not necessary down is working? It's working. Okay. It's not necessary down on novice because I'm not doing any science because I can't do any science. I can't do any science. Oh boy. Okay. Well. Okay. So all that stuff is now done. I can get rid of all these things. So I don't know where. I didn't think to look at where all those were ending up. By the way, I think I'm gonna get rid of all these because I don't like that they're there. I don't want to build the stuff and then it just automatically takes off where it needs to take off to. That wouldn't be good. Let's get rid of everything. Okay, so now we can start working on building stuff. And whatever I'm going to send up there, I'll send up there later. So, thrusters. I have 2 of them. Now, what I was thinking was it would be really cool to have them be like down here, kind of. Except it needs to be... Get rid of all of these. Get rid of them all. Get rid of them all. You know what I'm trying to say? Oh, we can't build on empty space. Okay, I didn't do this right. So that's like, what is, it's like 2 spaces this way. Okay, so if we're here, then 2 spaces, and then down in line with it. There we go. Okay. It'd be cool to have like 2. It'll be kind of like a Star Wars ship to have 2 thrusters there. And then I also thought it would be funny to have this here, but it's not going to do anything yet. And this is just going to take away something? Well, something for sure. If I just leave this blank, it will not do anything. Because I remember having a lot of stuff that it needed to get rid of with the thruster because it was just collecting things. So I'm going to have this ready to pull stuff. Okay? So next, we need the foundations to build these things. And we might as well, it's not going to be like that exactly, because the whole point is this needs to be open space. And if this connects, it's going to be a donut. So it's not going to be like that. It's instead going to be like this, where this goes out to here. And if that's as like thin as possible, that would be better because it uses less. You know what I mean? So that'll work. I can get rid of some of these. I probably shouldn't worry too much about optimization yet because it's going to be different. I don't know how it'll be different, but it will be different. Will that work? Yep. Okay. It's not equal. It's not even. Wish it were. Oh, well. It's going to get all filled in later. Okay, so then there's that. Now, what I'm concerned about, though, is I do think I want to use, like, underground pipes in order to get some of the fuel and oxidizer that it needs across. But I'm assuming that just like the underground belts, it won't work unless there is fillage, which means this will be donutty, which means this won't work the way I think it will. But this could come out here, I guess, and it'll do something different. I don't know exactly what yet, but worry about that later. For now, what we're going to do is grab a pipe to ground. I don't think I have any up here. I just have pipes. Okay. To build it and to make it. So pipe to ground. If we have one here. Okay, I cannot build on empty space. Okay, if I had this stuff filled in, I think this will show. Yeah, it'll show. Okay, so yeah, then that's it. It won't do that. So then that has to go away. And then it'll have to get filled in. So yeah, we'll have to fill that in. We'll have to fill that in, but also this in there. And I'm going to run out of foundations at some point. Yeah, I'm out of foundations. This was always bound to happen. Let's get rid of... Let's not get rid of, because I just need to see... Okay, that'll work, even though it's there. So that just needs to be like one closer. Okay, these can be closer. These can be closer. I'll get rid of that. Except, you know what? It doesn't need to be closer because it'll be like... It'll have to come down. It'll have to come down. It'd have to come down because it has to be like this. So that wouldn't even be there. It'd be there like that. And then there'd be another one here. That won't work. Okay, so then if you're there and these were here and you were... No, that's not what I wanted to do. There. To... that won't work. To... I guess it'd have to be like this and then this. Okay. Nope, that's a pipe. Okay, so it has to be there. Oh boy. Okay, and then there. There we go. Except some of those can be undergrounds. I don't know. Some of those might be undergrounds. Okay, but that would fuel both of them. So now I can have stuff over here doing things. I don't like this. I want to redesign this. I don't know how to redesign it though. It's so hard doing this low editing thing because I just got to keep talking, or I got to go silent, but then I would have to edit that out. So I feel like I have to keep talking. It's a disaster. Okay, if this were here... Oh no, I don't know how to do this. Okay, what if? Okay, what if? Oh my god, what if? Because I just want it to like crisscross. I don't want it to have to like jut down like that. How'd you do it? All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to think about it down here, okay? We're going to think about it down here. So if I had this here, and let's just say this here, this is an output, except I think it's actually here, yeah. And I needed stuff to be not like that, because they can't cross. They can't crisscross. So just what I'm going to do temporarily is have this happen so they can't cross each other. It won't let me do it. So that's good. If I did that, that could be it, okay? That could be it. So, would I be able to copy this? If I copied that and went up to saving red, and then I'd have to get rid of... If I put all that stuff down there and then got rid of all these ghosts, am I thinking about this completely wrong or completely right? Probably neither. I'm probably right, yeah. Or wouldn't I be? Okay, let's copy that stuff and let's put it right there. We go. All right. So that could be it, right? Like without going up or down anymore, that could get the... what do you call this stuff? This is the oxidizer. Okay, the blue is the oxidizer. The oxidizer could go down to the oxidizer. The fuel could go to the fuel. Perfect. So then that means what I could do is have some stuff be over here and some stuff be over there, right? There's also a world in which I just get rid of all the stuff that I just built and I put the stuff that they both need in the middle because I don't know what they need. What do they need? How do you make the fuel? It's definitely in a chemical plant, which I definitely have up here. So a chemical plant making fuel and another one making... Yeah, I know. There we go. Oxidizer, actually. Oxidizer. Okay, so they both do need water, which means I do need to get water to both of these. So either I have them in the middle, or I have them on either side, and they get water, or they're in the side, and they get water, and they take across. Lots of options here. Lots and lots of options. Kind of like the symmetry of them being in the middle, but I also kind of like this crisscross thing that I spent a long time designing. Kind of seems like a waste to get rid of it, but you live and you learn, or maybe you don't do either of those things if you're me. Let's get rid of all that, and I guess let's just try it. If I had both of these here, I think I might be able to do it with ways of smart ways. Because if I take the... Nope, that wasn't the right button. Pipe, something getting attacked, don't care about it. And then this goes like that. And then this goes like that. That's cool. Well, another thing is that there's the one that would be making the water, right? Yeah, it'd be melting ice into water. And maybe it should be like one... This should be one over. So what if I cut all of that stuff, put it there? Won't be as symmetric as I want it to be, which is annoying, but there's not really anything to do about that. And then things would be different. Not really sure how they'd be different, but they would. So I'd have you here, here, and there, and that would be pulling iron ore. This one would be pulling the carbon, and this one would be pulling ice into it to melt, because this only takes the ice. Yeah. So that would work. This would all work. It would just have to pull from it. This could all be up one higher, too. That's what it could be, right? It's not at all what I wanted. I wanted it to be cleaner than this, but I just don't see how that can happen. So the thruster fuel is here, and that's the fuel, and it's going over there. The oxidizer is here and also going up there. So that works, too. Great. So that should all work as long as I have a lot of donutage to fill in, and those have to be filled in. But it's possible. It's all possible. Except what I'm going to do, I'm going to make that bigger. I'm going to fill all this in, and then I'm going to cut all of it to there to go up slightly. There we go. So that should be pulling right from there. Great. Now I would also need this and this, and then I would need regulars to do that. But these will all have to pull specific things. For example, this will need to pull carbon. So I will make it do so. I'll have you be... Well, I was going to say space. So all the space stuff would be here, but it's not there. So where's the carbon? Here it is. Filters, carbon. You are just going to be ice, which I'm going to grab this and do that. So I don't have to do anything weird. Than I'm already doing. Okay, and then the iron ore, you will be pulling iron. Okay, that didn't quite work. There we go. Okay, so that's all good. That should all work just fine. The thrusters aren't here. I suspect it's because there's like one extra lane that it's not happy with. So Thrusters. Will that work now? It should. Where is it? Oh, God, where is it? I think it's here, right? There? Because that aims there and this aims there? There we go. There it is. All right. So then that's all fine. So that is the thruster part. So if I had all of the carbon, ice, and these things, then we'd be fine. So now what I should do is grab them. I should grab them. Now, this is going to be tricky because we have to think about a lot of stuff. Like, we have to think about where we're grabbing, how we're grabbing, and why we're grabbing, most importantly. So if I had this, well, it'd have to be like one away there, that way. So then we had I think that's a thruster. I don't want the thruster, I want the collector. So it'd be here, but oh God, so I'm cutting in on my green space the closer I get, but because I need the the hand, the inserter to be here, it'll have to cut in at least a little bit. So I'm going to say that's fine. Then on the other side, I do the same thing. So you will be like this. You will be like this. Then I need like one more. But I think I probably will want two more because I've learned my lesson. So these will be, and I'll have to like filter them. So what did I need the most? Which one was I think it was oxide. I think it was oxide that I needed the most. So if I had that filter set, and then I had this filter set, that's good. Now here, it doesn't really matter which one I do. But then there's the metallic and the carbonic. Okay. So those will just pull right in. And then this will say, well, I think, was it green to here? I think it was like this. And then I say, you only work if, say this was like 10, I think is what I did. Whoops, I don't know what's going on now. Car! If this thing is less than car, that doesn't make any damn sense. 10, okay. And then you click there, put this in here to do 10 for that. Awesome. And then we would do this, and then we could do greens for those. And this will say for the ox, it's not a filter, it's this. And we'll say, well, hold on, I'm doing it again. I'm pressing random buttons. I don't know what I'm pressing. And then if I right click, shift left click, this should have the same thing. Yes, it does. Okay. So now what I can do, and I did click that. I don't know why it thinks that it didn't work. That, and then this, not that one, and this. Great. And then we'll do you, there, and there. Perfect. Okay. So that is pulling all of the asteroids down into all of this. Now what I need to do is crush them. So what I could do, maybe I could even like have this not do this. Like it's not, well, undo that. Let's cut this and I don't know what just happened. Let's cut this and let's put it right out there. Then we'll get rid of this and we'll say a crusher. It didn't work. I clicked and it didn't work. Damn it. Okay. We'll do it like that, and then like that, and then like that, and then like that. There you go. Okay. So then this will crush that type of asteroid metallic. There we go. So what it'll do is it will make iron ore and metallic asteroid chunks sometime. The iron ore will get pulled in. So this will be different. It will be different. It will only do the iron ore. Okay, so we'll do the iron ore. Great. And then this will be kind of similar, but different. Okay, cannot build on empty space. Then I'll shift click. I'll cue that. I'll place it there. I'm getting attacked. I'm going to ignore it. This is going to be the carbonic. Right. Okay. So then it needs to pull the carbon. So not this situation, but the carbon we'll put there. Awesome. And then putting into it will be this. There we go. Oh, man. Okay. That didn't work. There we go. So you are only going to be doing that. Now, I don't need any filters because this is just going to pull the carbon. But maybe now I do need to say, like, only do it if carbon is so much of, because But maybe that won't be an issue. I'll wait on that. I won't do that part of it yet. I'll wait on that, okay? But up here, we've got these doing all this. And maybe now is a good idea to think about something else. Because what I need to think about now is that, well, because I need water. So this will get those. So I'll need another crusher to make water. So maybe I could do it up here. And it would be fine. If I had a crusher here, and if I had long-handeds, I could probably do this without needing to... Oh, no, I couldn't. If they were in one closer... Oh, if they were both in one close... That one would work. So maybe this thing isn't... Hold on. If that were there... And if this thing were... Oh, man, it's not gonna work. Okay. I just want it to be symmetrical. Is that so hard to ask? Is that such a crime for symmetricality to be needing? Jesus. Okay. Well, get rid of those. All right, so what if instead I put the crusher down here, and then I had the stuff going right back into it? It's going to do that. And then I do this and this. I'm going to try to make this as symmetrical as I can, okay? So it'll be down, down, like that, and there. That's what it is. That's what it is. So then all that stuff, unnecessary, going away. Then I'll get rid of these, even though I'm going to need them because I need to fill in donuts. Actually, right now, all this stuff won't need to be there. But this would technically work if I set all this stuff up, and I need solar panels and stuff, to get myself some thrust, I think. I don't need any of that, it would seem that. But this is not, and there's a lot of other stuff that I wouldn't need. Like, I wouldn't need these things or that, but I think that I think I would need the rest of it. Just getting rid of some stuff. Just getting rid of some stuff. There we go. These aren't necessary, because if this stuff were filled in, there wouldn't be any donuts. This stuff is not necessary. I don't know why you think you're necessary. It's not. Oh my god. Whatever. Okay, but there's more to it than this. Because not only do I need to power it up, I also need to defend myself, because, woof, we found that to be an issue. So I need turrets everywhere, and I also need to supply... I'll also need more stuff. So what I'm going to do is think about everywhere is going to be... There's like many options here. I could either do this, or what I could do is kind of what I had back on Novice, where I have like this situation happening. My only concern with this is like if I have... Like, let's say I have, and this might be almost perfect. Oh, it's perfect. Okay, so if I did, like, my thing that's here, and this one gets destroyed, I would be in a very, very bad position, would I not? Yeah, I would. So I don't like this idea. I would much rather have these all go away, and they all be supplied kind of separately. Like that, like that, like that. And these should be in maybe one closer, so they can be like that and like that. And then I have belts taken off to them. You know what I mean? Cannot build on empty space. I don't know why they think I can't build on empty space. I can do whatever I want. I'm a hero. I'm a legend. There we go. And then a splitter to take off. All right, so there is how that will work. And then, as we learned, I need to like put onto it from there. And then it would be like this. Can't build on empty space, and I missed. Okay. And then it would be not... Well, it wouldn't be exactly this, because what it would be is... Let's say I had all of... Well, let's say it's like this. Like that. Maybe. I'm trying to think of the best use of my spaceage here. If that were there, and then I had an assembler too here. Put another one down there. And if I had another one here, I could do this. Oh, I don't have enough space the way I thought. Because I need to get stuff into it. This is unfortunate. Okay. Well, then forget this part of it, all right? We'll just have the 2 for now, and we'll see how it goes. I need stuff to go into there. I need stuff going into there. That stuff? Iron ore. So the iron plates, rather. Iron plates. Because I need smelters, though. But I'm trying to think a little bit more about stackability this time than I did last time. Because if I had these making these, I need 3 steel plates per second, okay? So if I had an electric furnace, which I don't. If I make one, my trash unrequested is not on. So now I have an electric furnace. I'll put it here. I will cut this. No, don't do any of that. Just let me take it, okay? And then, so power's up here. If I had that electric furnace, and I put it right here, and I put some ore into it. I don't have any ore. Okay. Gotta go get some ore. Gotta go get some iron ore. I thought I would have had some. I thought maybe I would have said, hey, I want to always have a little bit of ore on hand. I did say stone and coal, but I didn't say ore. I never said ore. Boys, I never said ore. Gotta go slurp some ore. There we go. Ore slurped. Consider that ore slurped. Is there a stone rock there? No, there's not. Thought there might have been. There isn't. I'm gonna take oh, and I had another stack of boilers too. I didn't say that, but I did. We should probably check out our electricity. See, it's working. Look how good it's working. I've got a lot of accumulators accumulating gigajoules, which is good. And that's great. So I don't know how great it is, but it's great. It really, it's more great than I even have words for. But I did that because I needed more power, so I got more power. Then I was polluting a lot more, but hey, you can't win them all. Unless you're me. I can win them all. Gonna take a drink. I'm gonna take a big old drink. All right, so if I put this in here, what is its rate of make? It makes 0.62 per second. And as I say, this requires 3 per second in order to fully work. So, and I can't edit this out, so you guys have to just know how bad I am at math. I'm actually going to have to pull this up on a calculator because I don't know it as well as I want to. So, what was it, 0.62, or I guess it would be 3 divided by 0.62. So I'd need 4.8, round up to 5 for one of these. So I need 10 for 2. 10 for 2, 2 for 10. Okay? All right. Great. So let's get rid of, I don't know why I did that. So it would be like this, like that, and then undergrounds to get into it from out. Okay, and I can't see. 1 space, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is it. Okay, and then I will need these. I locked my computer. Oh no. Oh God, no. Is everything still rolling? Is everything still rolling? Jesus. I think everything's still rolling. I'm going to clap to sync up. Make sure everything's still rolling and synced up. Oh, I hated that. I pressed the wrong damn button. No, don't do that. Okay, there we go. This is what I need to do. Okay, and then putting into that, and I don't want to cut into this anymore. That's the thing. I don't want to cut into these green zones anymore. I'm already worried about doing that down there. Oh, God, this is so hard. Okay. Well, maybe it's not like this then, okay? Maybe it's not like this. Maybe it's like... What's it like? Hold on. That's fine. It's like this. It's like this. Can't build empty space. Reverse both of them. And then get this stuff and put it there. I can just click on empty space. It'll put the foundation in. That's neat. That's handy. That needs to reverse. And maybe that one's good. Okay. And then putting into it will be the steel plates. Iron plates. Iron plates. Good iron plates. Filters. There we go. Iron plates. Putting right there into it. Where's it coming from? It's got to come from somewhere. Tell me where it's coming from. There are some options. There are definitely some options. So you're making iron ore. Some of that iron ore has to go down there. Some of it has to go towards other things. So I'm not going to have enough. That's what I'm definitely thinking, is that I'm not going to have enough. Because if I had, let's just, hypothetically, I say I had like this going all the way out, and then I had electric furnaces. Where are they? Here. And I Q-clicked. Damn it to hell. Damn it to hell. Put one there just because I need to see spacage. There, and then you there, and then I don't know what it'll do next. So, but none of it doesn't need to be like the space outage. Space outage is not an issue because I don't have to put power poles between them. So we got 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, please no, anything but that. 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can get rid of these now and these now. And all this nonsense, this garbagey nonsense. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with this. This is absolutely not the way I want to do this, but here we are. All right, and then this comes back in, and then that's that, okay? All right, and then this should only be for iron ore. Iron ore. Where's the iron ore? I can't find it. There it is. Okay, so iron ore is going to pull. It's going to pull all these to make that. Now, the problem is I'm definitely not getting enough iron ore. I'm not going to have enough iron ore to supply 10 of these in order to make one of those, Now, I could add modules to this, but I don't remember what would be the best use of modularity. Let's see. If I go to the Factoriopedia and I look at these modules, so we got speed modules, which makes things faster. We've got efficiency, which decreases energy consumption. Okay, and then we have productivity. It'll make extra product at the cost of increased energy and reduced speed. Okay, so maybe that would be good, and I can only make the 2s for now. Do I have any productivity modules? If I searched for productivity modules, I don't. Okay. If I made 2 of these, this will take a while. It takes 15, so it's a full minute for one of those, and then 30 for that. So that's 2 minutes, 3 minutes to make all of this. So I'm going to edit out 3 minutes of footage here. Tell you what I am going to do, though, while I'm waiting for this, is send a bunch of foundations up, because it needs it. I hope you're going to the right one. I didn't tell you where to go. I hope you're going to the place I need you to go. I assume you're not going to science, because I don't know. I don't think you don't need to. You're not requesting any science, so that's all fine. And here you are requesting this, and it says on the way 50, so I'm assuming this is right. Now, it is just going to build some stuff. I don't really care too much about that. And now that the next rocket's ready, I'm going to send another 50 up there, because I'm going to need a lot of foundations up there, no matter what. All right, so that's done. Now, if I put that in here, what will that tell me? So it's now 0.59 per second, or if I took that out, it's 0.62. Okay, where if I put that back in, it's 0.56 iron ore, 0.59 per second. So it makes fewer, but it uses less or fewer. Okay, so then maybe that's not good. Maybe that isn't good. I don't know. Maybe it's speed that I want. No, I definitely need to get the most bang for my buck in terms of what the asteroids make, because they just don't do it right. They don't do it right. What if I put them also in here? If I had them in here as well. If I just did that, oh, okay. That can only be used on intermediate products. But this would work. Yeah, these work. Okay. All right, so then I can't use them there. That's fine, whatever. Yeah, the other one is still being made. I don't know. It still says 59. It won't tell me until it builds. Damn it, I wish it would. Okay, it's done. You'd think my boys would put it in there since I have it, and it's here, but it didn't. There we go. Okay, so now it makes 0.56, but it uses 0.5. So, is that the same? Was it 0.56? But wait, just one. 0.59. Okay, so it's not the same. All right, so I don't know if this is the best way to do this. It would use less of the ore, which is good because I don't have that much ore to work with, but it gives me not as many plates, which means if I needed six plates per second, and I'm only making 5-6 per second, I would need 11, which is only one more than I have. But I would need 22 of these. So maybe I would want to just get rid of this stuff and copy this, put it there, and then do it. You know what I mean? There. So now there's 11 of those. But I don't like this being like that because it's gonna get attacked more, and I have to think about that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. But I gotta stick with it. Let's send more foundations up while I'm panicking about this. Okay. Because, I guess I could angle this all down. Like, if I cut all of this, and I, like, did that. Oh, it shows me where I can't build. That's helpful. Wow, that's funny. I could even do it, like, right down here, too. That'd be fun. But if I like did this, let's try that. And that should just angle down. Except this is all going this is all the wrong thing. It needs to go across. I guess these could reverse. If I horizontally flip these? Yeah, flipping them all horizontally, but I have like one hand on the W key and then one on the H, so I can't move the mouse, so I'm hoping to get there. There we go. All right. Whoops. And then if I horizontally flipped, copied that. Oh, man. Oh, okay. All right, whatever. I'll just do it like this. I just wish that I could not have to, but I do have to. There. So now that will take the iron ore all the way down to fill those out. And then it's a little cleaner, the whole thing, actually, because then it's like this to get back to it. Like that, okay? Then none of that's necessary. None of that's necessary. None of that is necessary. And then none of this is necessary. Great. I will have to fill in some donuts, but it's okay. I'm going to have a lot of donuts to worry about. There we go. And some donuts in here, too. Yeah, so those will all get filled in. And that won't be a donut because that won't exist, hopefully. I don't think that's connected, so that's fine. Donuts up here. But the other thing is, it's not only this that I have to worry about. That's the thing. It's not only this. So what if I had that there like I didn't want to do, and I put that there, it was like this instead, and then similarly you and you, like that. Whoops, I don't know why I did that. That would get me a little further out. I wanna like extend it all the way. Okay, so what if it's like higher? What if it's like higher? Then I wouldn't have to do that part of it. I could do this. Like that. And then those go away. Because then I could have this stuff go up. Well, it could still go over like that. Okay, it can still go like that. Okay? And then a splitter here. I want to end this episode soon. I don't want it to go this long. But if we did that and like that, because then I could extend that out more. And this could all even go down one further. Yeah, it could, and it will. There we go. Get rid of those. Because then I could keep going out if I need to and put more, which I will do because I want more. I think it's fine to have the 2 spaces apart. That's okay. So 2 spaces. That's there. I'll need to do more because I don't want... Like, I'm imagining straight down. I want to be protected, and then I'll have to go even more down. Actually, since I'm going to go even more down, I won't go over there anymore. Okay, so I'll go over here, one more to there, and then... Whoops. Nope, that's not what I wanted. That, this, that. Great. Maybe one more? Yeah, one more for sure. For sure one more. If you think not one more, you're a fool. All right, then that should be good. So now what I could do is copy this whole thing, reverse it, put it right over here, and then worry about it in a minute. So there, and then we'll also do like... I guess we'll go all the way, right? All the way to the bottom with it, because I really don't want to not get... I don't want to get attacked by anything. I don't want to get destroyed is the thing. All right, so then we'll copy that whole thing, and we'll horizontally flip it, and we'll make sure that it's exactly even. So we'll do this, and then we'll go over to here to... Well, see, now the asteroid collector situation. Now the asteroid... Because now, like, if... Okay, so if I fill in all this donutage, like, is this not going to collect anything now? Explain this to me. So what do I do about this? I either have a big gap of this, or I don't know. I just don't know. Can I undo? Let's undo. This was a mistake. This was such a mistake. Let's just undo a bunch of nonsense. Oh my God, seriously? I can't hold it down either. Oh my God, one at a time. Oh my God, damn this. God damn this. Just. Is that it? Is that seriously it? I can't go back any further? I did too much and I can't go back anymore. Oh my God. Oh my God. I have to remind myself that I love this game sometimes. Something I have to remind myself. Okay, so I don't really know. There is a part of me that does just want to, just for a second, take all of this and move it down one. And the reason I want to do that is so that I can do this there. Now, that wasn't super necessary, but it made me a little happier, so we're going to go with it. And then get rid of those. All right, so then get rid of all of these. I guess I could just do this, right? Yeah, I could do that. All right, so then that has to stay the way that it is. It just has to stay the way that it is. What if I copied this, and then... What if I put it there, but then got rid of these? So how far up? To here. Okay, and then I gotta get rid of this stuff. Okay, and then I guess there. Okay, so then there, and then maybe I put more down here below that area to protect this stuff. So all I have to do is, like, get ammo down here somehow. There's absolutely no way I'm gonna have enough ammo for all this stuff, but I could do this, do that, and say this just does ammo. There's no way I have enough ammo. There's no way that any of this is correct, right? Like, we can all agree. I do need more foundation. I'm going to put more foundation in there just because I'm going to need a ton of foundation to just keep going up there. All right, go. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep working. Okay, so this will need so all of this stuff should be good, although the ammo's not getting back down into it the way that I wish that it were. So maybe I should have this not do this, but instead go down so that it can go back down into it. Is that part of it? I think so? No, it's not. Okay, if it's there and then there, you reverse and you're fine. But you're not gonna be... Okay, so it has to be like... Okay, so it has to be like... It has to be like... What does it have to be like? It has to be like... It has to be like this, and then like that. There we go. Okay, so that's what it's like. Then get rid of that. All right. Oh my God, okay. Let's send another rocket full of stuff, because it needs to go up there. Back to saving red. And then I need to get up to here. I need to get things into here somehow. My God, this is so dumb. This is all so dumb. You guys know how dumb this is, don't you? You think I don't know how dumb this is, but I do. I absolutely do know how dumb this is. It's very dumb. All of it is very, very dumb. By the way, copy that and paste that there. Okay, and then put that stuff there. So you're correct. You're correct now. So that'll get fed up to there. And I'm fed up with all of this. This will go down there to here. And I guess I just need to keep adding these to take more ammo out, right? If I shift-click and shift-click, that's good. So then, like this, and I want it to stay as far from this as possible, so go up to like that. Okay, so that'll protect those. That'll protect those, and there's no way I have enough ammo for this. But I can't add anything over here because of these. So what the hell am I supposed to do? Oh no, I don't know. I can't do anything about this. Maybe I could have some of these like right in here. It won't show me. Just in this like area here. What if I just had a couple of those? All right, what if I did that? What if I did that? What if I did that? What if I had like here and here and here and here, and then I had this doing that. What if I had that happening? Right? What if I had that happening? And then you could be like, what's in the way? Oh, the hub is in the way. Shift click, and like this, and wait, there. Okay. There. Maybe that would do it. Oh, wait, hold on. No, there. Okay, so that'll still collect some stuff. That'll collect some stuff. Oh, no. That'll collect some stuff. I guess I didn't realize that it does extend outwards past things. So if I built stuff like right in front of it, I guess that'd be okay. Maybe that's all right then. I wasn't really thinking that. Okay. Maybe that's all right then. So if I like did... Oh, and I can't build like right in front of it, right? I think there's something about that. Yeah. Okay, so I can't build like right in front of it, but that's okay. So I could have like 2 here, 2 there, doing that, and then maybe that could like extend out to it. Oh, this is so dumb. All right, this is so dumb. Oh my god, so dumb. Okay, so dumb. So very dumb. Never been dumber. No dumber has ever happened in the history of dumbness, but I'm just kind of getting to that point, you know what I mean? You guys know that point I'm talking about, right? There we go, that's it. So this is my design. This is what's gonna get me around places. So I just need to send a bunch of this up, okay? I think that I'm gonna save the game. It's been an hour, almost an hour. Yeah, that's fine. That's all fine. Let's go check on our Kovarex situation. I want to see how much, things, it's fine. Destroyed? It's right here. It's right here. I was looking right at it. Oh, I'm out of ammo here, too. Oh, boy. I gotta work on flamethrowers and stuff, okay? I'm pretty sure I have access to all that. Anyway, Kovarex, let's check on it. I'm getting a backup of the 235. That's good. I don't know how to make the logistic for the train work, by the way. I will need to think about that, but I don't know how to make it work. Right now, I just have it set to when it's full go, but it's never going to get full because this is only half. So I got to figure out a different way of doing it. I'm sure there's a way. I've worked on similar stuff before, but I don't know. I'm going to fill up another one of those because I'm going to need them all. Saving red. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm thinking for my design. I hate it with a burning passion. I know for a fact I'm not going to have enough ammo to supply all of these turrets. But there's not really much I know how to do about that. I also need to think about solar panels. I need to power all this stuff up is what I need to do. I don't know how I'm going to do that cleanly. If I moved this stuff up 1, I could add another one here, which is going to be what I want to do. Even though it's cutting into that, so I don't want to go too much. There we go. All right. No, this will not need to be donutted because it's open right there. So that is very good. That is very, very good. All right. There are going to be a lot of donuts that need to be happening. Pretty sure all this stuff will... Hold on. Q. There we go. Pretty sure all this stuff is Donut City needs to be filled in. There we go. Okay. You're probably not necessary because I think that's open. Okay. But donuts here? No? Is that connected? I can't tell. Some of the stuff I won't know. These do need to go away. I don't know how to make that happen. Maybe I need to fill in the donuts here, and then I can get rid of those. But we'll see. Now that that's filled in, maybe I can delete them? Hold on. If I do this, shift-click to get rid of those, and then delete that, shift-click, delete it, there's no reason that you can't be deleted. There's no reason that you can't just go away. I don't see why you can't just go away. I don't know. Oh, well. What else? I think all this stuff is fine. There's some things that I won't need to fill in. Like I can get rid of some stuff, and I will get rid of some stuff. Believe you me. But I won't do all this right now. I don't need to be doing all this right now. I'm just going to do a little bit of this right now. There we go. Okay. Some of this stuff. But yeah, this will just need to keep getting filled up. I'll need a bunch. 531 space platform foundations. So this will just need to keep working, and it's working as fast as it can. Productivity, I guess, is the best thing. I don't want to do speed modules. I could consider getting another rocket silo at some point, but I'm not going to. I'm just not going to. Launch when you're ready. Save the game. I don't know, boys. I don't know. I'm going to end the episode, but I don't know. I really don't like this. This is not what I wanted it to be. I thought I'm going to start off cool. I'm going to start with the thrusters in the back. It'll be like a Star Wars ship. I know that I want turrets on I want the top and the sides. I think somebody had left a comment about not necessarily needing to worry about the bottom part too much, so I won't. But a lot of stuff will need to... Alt mode is turned off. A lot of stuff will need to be a problem, and it is a problem, so I don't know. I'll have to send more things up. I don't know what I'll need to send up, but some stuff. Who knows? But I guess that'll just have to do it for now. I gotta stop talking. My voice, it's owie. But thanks for watching. Tune in. Well, some stuff. What am I going to do between episodes? I will send everything up there that I need to send, which will take a while, but that's why I'll do it off camera. I also will clean up I'll fill in the donuts and clean up some of the other stuff that's up there. I'll just send everything up, okay? I'll send everything up, but before the next episode, I will get it ready, and then we'll maybe in the next episode we'll optimize it more or something. I don't know. In the meantime, that will happen. And then what else? There was something else I was going to do. Oh, I wanted to mention something else that was good. So I have a mall for... Oh, geez. Yikes. Oh, God, no. Oh, yeah, because all that's out. I got to go fix that. I will go fix that betwixt episodes. But one more thing is that I have a lot of malls for lots and lots of things. You can look and see all the things that I have malls for. What the one last thing that I thought would be good to have malls for that I didn't do is the modules, the productivity, the efficiency, the speed, the quality modules. The reason I didn't do that is because I could have made a mall for all of the ones, because I have those two things on the bus. But in order to make the twos, you need processing units not on the bus. So would those be made on on site? Would I make those for each one? But in order to do that, I need sulfuric acid. I don't have any fluids on the bus right now. I could add some. It wouldn't be the hardest thing in the world. That's what she said. But it wouldn't be the easiest thing in the world either. That's what he said. So I don't know. Maybe I would just need to add processing units to the bus. Or maybe I just bring electronic circuits and advanced circuits down to where the sulfuric acid is, and the blue, and because these are just being made for that, and they'll be different too, but I don't know. So it'll all be different, and I don't know how it'll be different, but it'll be different. I'm going to send another 50 up. I'm going to save the game again. But we'll think about it next time. We'll think about it this time. Between episodes, I'll do some stuff. I don't know. I just need to end it. Thanks for watching. Tune in 2 days for more exciting Mr. Ed Plays Factorio Space Age Adventures. The next one, I'm definitely going to be way more edity because I do not like this style of video. This was very stressful. My voice hurts. I had to do a lot of thinking on camera, which I don't like to do. So the next one will be normal. So tune in for that. Until then, I've been Mr. Red. Stay spooky out there, everybody, and remember, keep watching.